Approaching a huge weekend in the American Association, and we had a heck of a Thursday last night. I'm Carter Woodiel. It's time for the Daily Whiparound, and we begin with a tremendous all-around performance from the Kane County Cougars. They had some pitching to start off with. Great start from Jack Fox. 6 innings, gives up just the 1 run, strikes out 4. His ERA is down to 3.12 after this outing. Set and baton for the Kane County Cougars. They had some awesome defense as well. Look at this double play. Sherman Johnson with a diving stop, throws from one knee. Galley Cribs Jr. makes the turn, and Nick Franklin with the great pick at first base. And Galley Cribs Jr. was not done. Look at this barehanded play at short, picking it up, slinging it, and getting the out. And oh yeah, the Cougars scored 17 runs in this game. This is Alexis Pantoja. He had a 4-for-5 night, including that home run. Later on, Nick Franklin's first home run as a Cougar, his 9th of the season, also a 3-run blast that made it 9-1. And Jimmy Kerrigan, of course, got in on the action for Kane County. Just missed a home run here, but it's an RBI double, and they win 17-2 over Lincoln. Cleburne facing Chicago. How about a little deja vu? For the second night in a row, Chase Simpson hits a 3-run home run in the first inning. He'd go 3-for-5 in this game. That put the Rotors up 3-0. Later, a little Railroader history. Zach Narrier with his 31st stolen base of the season. That's a new club record. Well done, Zach. He also homered in this game. So did Casey Hobson. That's a go-ahead home run in the 5th inning to make it 5-4 Dogs, his 14th of the season. But Cleburne pulled away late. Chuck Taylor with a 3-run blast here in the 9th, his 7th of the year, and Cleburne goes on to win it 11-5 at Impact Field. Sioux City victorious as well. Another team fighting for the playoff spot. The X's took the lead early against Sioux Falls. Trey Martin with a 2-run home run, his 9th of the season, just onto that party deck at the Birdcage. He's all smiles about it, and that was all Zach Hedges needed for Sioux City. 8 innings of 1-run baseball for the 29-year-old. Just 3 hits and 1 walk allowed. Strikes out 4. A gem of a start. Sioux City goes on to beat the Canaries 4-1. Kansas City jumped out in front early and didn't look back against Winnipeg. Jacob Robson with a bases-clearing stand-up triple here to make it 3-0 in inning number 1. The next batter, Jean Hernandez, that's an RBI single through the middle to make it 4-zip Kansas City. And a couple batters later, Pete Kozma gets in on the fun with a 2-run double. It was 6-0 Kansas City before the Monarchs recorded an out, and they had some great defense in this game as well. Dylan Harris making the running grab in his first game as a Monarch, and Kansas City wins it 7-4. And Gary Southshore got the win over Fargo Moorhead last night. This is Sam Abbott with the go-ahead 2-run home run, his 16th of the year, 3 off the club record. Backed up a great start from Chris Irwin. 6 innings, 2 runs allowed, and strikes out 4 in a heck of an outing. And in the 8th inning, game tied for Nate Scantlin, and he comes through with an RBI single. Jackson Smith scores the go-ahead run, getting in under the tag there, and a few batters later, a 2-run double from Jesus Mariago would extend the lead. He would be out at third, but the Railcats win this ball game 6-3, the final score from Newman Outdoor Field. So here's the full scoreboard in the American Association last night, just the 5 games, and a lot of teams that are on the precipice of making the playoffs, clinching a playoff spot. If you take a look at the standings, Milwaukee just 2 games back of Chicago. They could clinch a playoff spot today. Kane County just behind them is getting close. Cleburne now with a 4-game edge on Gary Southshore for the final playoff spot in the East Division. As for what's happening out west, Fargo Moorhead and Kansas City, we know both of those teams have already made the playoffs. Sioux City as well with their win over Sioux Falls, and Lincoln dropping the game to King County. Good night to be an Explorer. They are 3 games ahead of the Lincoln Salt Dogs. But still lots to play for, and some big games coming up tonight in the American Association. Kane County is at Milwaukee. 2 teams trying to chase Chicago for the number 1 seed in the East. 2 really good ball clubs. That game is at 6:35, kicking off a great slate of action. And you can watch every single game in the association tonight and every night, regular season and playoffs, at aabaseball.tv. I'm Carter Woodiel for the American Association, where we play to win.